everyone, this is Nikat here and welcome to Nikat's Booktube. I hope you all are doing great and I'm back with a new video which is a book review video. Now, a lot of you who have read, who have, know of me a bit through my channel, so they know that I don't read much Indian fictions. So in my previous videos I've made one book haul, and there I just showed a book of a guy who is really famous in India, and so I was like, I wasn't sure if I'll read it or not. So a girl commented that if you hate him, so don't do this and don't hate. And I was like, bro, I'm not hating him, it's just that I am not used to reading that fiction. So today's book that I am reviewing, okay, please ignore the construction sound because I can't go and tell them that I'm making a video and please you should just shut up. But I so wish to do that. But yeah, so as I was saying, that I have always struggled to read this author because it's just don't get me into the books. And so this book was a bit different from his daily genres that he always write in. So I decided to just give it a try because look, I don't hate him and I just wanted to get into it. So the book that I am going to review today is something that is liked by a lot of people, and that is A Touch of Eternity by Durjoy Datta. Is one of the most popular Indian writer and people love reading his work, and he is a romance author. So I've read his few books, but I just didn't I couldn't connect to those books, so I never gave them a review. I never included them in my reading videos. So yes, but I picked this book up because it was it was promising a sci-fi with romance, but there's zero romance in there. So look, I'll first do a non-spoiler video, then I'll warn you about the spoilers, and then I'll get into it. So for starters, for y'all who wants to just know how much I like this book, I'll read the back for y'all and that's all, and I'll tell you the ratings. Okay, so it says, what if when you say it is forever, it actually is? Then I'll say it will lose its meaning, that is all. So, born on the same day and at the same time, Dhruvan and Anvesha know they are soulmates in every sense of the word. Not to mention that they have waited same as well. So, their parents, however, refuse to accept their togetherness at first and try to tear them apart, but Dhruvan and Anvesha holds on to each other against all odds. In the meantime, the world is on the brink of a major scientific breakthrough that could make reincarnation possible. In case you don't know what reincarnation is, it means that the rebirth of the soul in a different body. This is an opportunity for the two to prove their love and tell the world that love can make the impossible possible. Dhruvan and Anvesha participate in the experiment as if their life depends on it, because they do. All that remains to be seen is, will a man's dream to control love and life come true? And when the time comes, can one stay true to their soulmate? Now, the way the synopsis is given at the back of the book made me feel like, okay, people are saying that it's a sci-fi, and I've read a bit of reviews on Amazon when the book launched, and they were all 5 stars. And so I gave it a try. I was like, let's do it. Because as for rating, I'll say I'm gonna give the cover 3.5 stars out of 5 stars, because I literally okay, the cover is okay, but it's just okay. It just don't have anything to do with the story in the book. Okay, then there's this story which to the whole book I'm giving 3 stars out of 5 stars. That's it. In case you are a reader who just don't like to read, a lot of information, a lot of history, then I'll suggest that don't go for this book. And in case if you're still picking it, thinking that you'll at least get some of the romance, I'll say don't do that. So I'm literally feeling as if somebody have paid me to tell bad things about him, but I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's just the writing he did, which I am like, I am not picking any more books of Durjoy. I'm so sorry, Durjoy. If you'll keep writing books like this, then you. There's a lot of reasons that I really want to share with you all because why I don't like this book. It's not that I didn't like it, but it just didn't felt like I read something. When I finished this book in the morning, I was just like it just made me like my mind burst. Okay, now I can't wait to get into the spoilers and discuss this book further. So that's it for those who haven't read the book and don't want spoilers. Thanks for watching the video. Bye bye. And for those who are thinking like, why am I so effed up after reading this book? Please stay here. Spoilers ahead. Let's get into the spoilers. So basically, I made a 4 pages, notes, reviews, whatever you'll say it, that just didn't got into me. Look, the story starts with a great thriller, and I loved the starting 2 chapters. I was like, yes, it's good. But after second chapter, the things just got a lot of messed up, and I failed to grasp the meaning of what's happening. So these 2 people are born, Dhruvan and Anvesha, to this Datta family and Mohan family, who are neighbors for years. And so these 2 who are born, they weigh same, they born on same time, same day, and they sleep in the same cradle because they cannot live without each other. Like, really? But okay, neglect that thing. We got further. Then the thing comes is where the parents, like there's a new government that is taking over the country, and they are like doing some stuffs, like there's god man, then there's minister who are together involved in this, and there's politics, but it don't have to do anything with these 2 people who are just calling themselves soulmates. Now Dhruvan annoyed me throughout the stories with his humor. I have to think about the words which can just show how much I am frustrated after reading this book, because it's the best seller. I think it's just of course, let me first introduce you to the whole story. Of course, I said a lot earlier also, but that's just how it got. But still, okay. So then this government like provides people who write histories and change of education system. So this Anvesha's father, he writes about stories, so he gets paid, highly paid, like his entire life changes from middle to high class, and then they just shifts from where they live with this Dhruvan's parents. So Anvesha's parents shift to this another high society area because his father is writing history books, which is a lot of change, and there's a lot of history in the book, a lot of scientific stuff in there. Like, of course, it's a sci-fi, but that scientific stuff is connected with, it's kind of meta science, pseudoscience, you can say. And then comes the change of mentality because the government is changing, Anvesha's parents is changing, but Dhruvan's parents are like, no, this is wrong, we need to stay the way we are. And that thing just ruins their relationship. The big bad thing happens when they realize that Dhruvan and Anvesha are in relationship, which they never imagined, I guess. So they get into this big fight about, I wish you were dead, I wish you were dead, and then they just separate. But despite that, they have Dhruvan and Anvesha have this friend Rashid, who Dhruvan meets in school. So because of him, the relationship continues. They call and everything. But then Anvesha starts this YouTube channel, where she tells her, where she shares her conspiracy theories regarding what is going on in the world, what is the government trying to do. There are mass suicides, there's this god man who people are following like blindly, and then they are dying because they think that the soul will find it's too way too much. So after a few days of a YouTube channel starting, this government announces that they have been successful in this soul tracking experiment. And then Anvesha, her name is so difficult. So Anvesha conspires that her theories on her YouTube channel, and that just goes viral, and then riots start to happen. People are like outside Anvesha's house, and they are like, we're gonna kill you, you're blaming our minister, you're blaming that god man, whoever he is. So these people call their old neighbors, and they're like, please save us, this and that, and then somehow they get saved, and that way they are they are together again. Families have no issues now, because they know that they are all alone now. They keep calling themselves the soulmate. The guy is literally annoying, and there's zero romance in there, and he calls their story epic love story. I mean, where it is only these people, the private sector and the government, they like collaborate, and they decide to tell the world that they have found a process to transplant soul, to do incarnation, and the world is changed all of a sudden. This is sci-fi, right? So now there's people who the government says that you are perfectly immortal, and for starter there's immortality packages. And meanwhile these people, Dhruvan and Anvesha, they are getting sicker day by day, and they don't know what it is. And here the thing is that the government have given out a gift to them. It's a mortality package, and a lot of people then start doing what happens in here. It's like report in news that they are doing fake, this is fake, this is that. So they announce a program that says that we'll choose eight to nine people, which public will choose, and will reincarnate, and we will do this soul transplant thing just to let them know that this is not something that you're thinking is fake. And meanwhile, we get to know that Anvesha and this Dhruvan has got some kind of cancer, and they won't live long. So finally they participate in this program. But what happens is that there are a lot of the famous TikTokers, and then there's singers like terrible in the list of those 8 people. So they try to gain votes by doing this. So they decide to get married on this live YouTube platform, so that people will see them, they'll sympathize with them, and they will vote for them. So all of this happens, and only Anvesha gets selected. But what happens is that the one person from that list of 8 gets shot in the head, and so Dhruvan is taken with them, because he is the hero. How he can just be left there? So as in case that guy die, he can come. Apart from that, like reincarnation, they have this another goal, that is one body, 2 souls. Like in one body there will be 2 souls. Like you can imagine what a mess it will be. And in the book it's just given so simply. There's no discussion about the things that going to happen. Like in one body people will struggle, the soul will struggle. How can in one body stays the 2 souls? And it just didn't synced in. And a lot of doing dramas, they get into this program that is called the soulmate program, and we get to know that Anvesha is dying because she gets selected, and so they just stop her treatments, her therapies about whatever the cancer people do, and that's why she's dying. So the thing, the bodies left is of Dhruvan. So they decide that we will use Dhruvan's body, and as the people say that they are soulmates, so we'll try this soulmate program, that one body. In the end, the process isn't shared, the thing that happens during that isn't shared, the emotions are not. So it's just Dhruvan's body, where there is Anvesha's soul as well, and Dhruvan's souls as well, and they are soulmates, so they don't argue with each other, and they survive. and the story ends. Now, I don't know if my mind is not working or okay. So at the last page, they are at the stage and people are congratulating them for ruining like law of nature, and they by government, because they have been the first who are successful in this soulmate program. So they will be gifted with a new body when the body they are in will, will weaken, and they'll always get this new body, so they will always be uh, eternal. So that's the touch of eternity. I'm really disappointed. Really, really disappointment. This was my first read of Feb and I am just ruined. Like, this guy has written a lot of books, but this feels like somebody who has written like for the first time without knowing that what it is to add spice in the book. There's zero emotions. I cannot connect with the characters. Like, I'm just at loss of word. Can you believe that? Why? It looks like he just dragged his contemporary into his sci-fi, and that just didn't help to grasp the meaning. I have read a lot of good reviews about it. The book, like, it's mind-boggling and it's mind-blowing, but it just didn't help me, and that's why I am not reading any more books of this guy. I mean, of course, if he'll keep writing like this, then I am sorry, I just can't. So I know there are a lot of you who are Durjoy reader, and I like, of course, you like him, then that's you have your own opinions and I have my own opinion. So I don't want any hate in my comment section. Not that I don't like him, but it's just that I can never connect the way he writes. Like, the writing is good, but it's not good as well. I made this urgent video, the unplanned one, without like making a proper review, but I had to share these things with you all, and that's why I did. I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings, but this is how it is. Not everyone will like the book you'll like, and I'll say that I have my opinion, you have your opinion. Of course, you can share yours and I can share mine. And as I have seen on the reviews that are given for the book, there are many reviews that just looks like, oh, this book is awesome, oh, this book is that. But I didn't find it, so I decided to make a video on this one. This book is really overhyped, I guess. And yeah, that's all I can say. So do let me know what you think. And I know a lot of you will think that I'm a bad person for doing this, but look, I'm an honest person. I love being real, so that is what I am. So in case you have anything to tell me, or if our opinions match, then we are friends. Do let me know in the comment sections below. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And one more thing, I did told you that I'll do an announcement, but it's not in this one. This video is already long enough, but I'll do it soon. So wait for that. Till then, take care and bye-bye.